So I'm here with the family and we're on our way to get the best curry goat in, I would say the world, but then there's India. So I'm going to say in this region. And I'll show you what it looks like when I get there. I wish I could give you a taste of it, but you know that's not possible yet with technology, but I think they're working on it. So for right now, I'll just take you along and show you what it looks like, but I wanted to talk to you in the interim about a very important topic. But you can say hello to the family. They're here in the car. Oh, it's tracking my face, so they're not. You see how this thing is? Let's flip the camera and just say hello to the family. All right. And we're on the road. All right, so let's get back to the video. So I was saying, the first thing on the list that I wanted to address today is, with things being so difficult in the economy, we have to explore options. I'm gonna say frugal options or minimalistic options, but it's basically cost-saving options that will allow you to put aside more money, whether it's into your retirement fund or otherwise, because things aren't as easy as they used to be. Not that they ever were, but you know what I mean. So I've made a little list of things that I used to do when I worked a 9-to-5 job that allowed me to save 50% of my income. And as I've said in other videos, when I couldn't save 50% of my income for whatever reason, I did not reduce my commitment to save that 50%. I found other sources of income. So let me share some of these with you, and you can see what you can learn from it, if anything at all. So the first one on the list is I choose value over being cheap for some things, not for everything, because I'm going to talk about being cheap later on. As an example, I use the Cottonelle toilet paper versus the low budget toilet paper. Now, what a lot of persons look at when they're buying toilet paper is the amount of money that they're going to spend at the point of sale. And of course, for low budget toilet paper, you're going to spend less than you'd pay for Cottonelle. However, if you ever have the time to test this, I want you to test how much Cottonelle you need to use for a number one and a number two versus how much you'd use of the low budget toilet paper for a number one and a number two. And I've tested this. For the number one on a low budget toilet paper, I have to wrap my hand until I feel that there is enough to absorb whatever it is that's there. They're laughing, guys. Anyway, for the number two, so I use quite a few plies. When I'm using Cottonelle for my number one, I use 3 plies. And yes, I do count it. I'm that pathetic. Number one is when I use 3 plies. Number 2 is 6 plies of Cottonelle, but that's worse. I wrap up, and it's what seems to be a quarter of the toilet paper roll is what I use for exit here. Yes, it's saying exit. As we're at our exit. So I use a lot more. And basically, what you save at the point of sale versus what you save over time, there's a huge difference, believe it or not. Now, I have tested this with a case of Cottonelle and a case of low budget toilet paper, and the savings is only about $10 a month, because the Cottonelle will last for several months while the low budget one may make it a month. So it's only $10 a month, but believe it or not, $10 a month invested in an index fund in 40 years, you would have probably about, let me see if I do the math, about $38,000 US, $10 a month after 40 years. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but imagine if you took everything in your life and approached it that way. Instead of figuring out or worrying about what you're going to pay immediately, you invest a little bit more and you get value for money, and you end up saving as such. Now, I know everybody can't afford to buy Cottonelle for obvious reasons, but if you're in a position where you can choose to make that purchase, I recommend you start treating everything the same way and stop just being cheap for the sake of being cheap. If you can afford to invest in quality, do so, because you'll get the results over time and you'll save money, believe it or not. Now, the second one on the list is I attempted back then, especially even more than now, because I do it now, but back then I attempted to grow as much as I possibly can that I would eat. So basically, if I can grow vegetables and fruits, I don't have to buy them, I can save money. Today I do it on a much smaller scale, but back then, what we're doing, right or left? Left. But back then, I would actually invest in it, meaning I would make effort to grow, especially cash crops. And when I had excess, I would actually sell it. And no, I wasn't a full-fledged farmer because I only grew what I ate. But there were times when I had excess that I could make money from it. Now, obviously, by eating what you grow, you save money because you don't have to buy everything. And I know many of you are going to say, oh, but I don't have the yard space. There are potato bags on Amazon selling, and I'll pop up one here and show you that I'm using now. Actually, I'm just testing it, where you can literally grow potatoes to feed your family in a bag. Right? So there's no excuse anymore based on how innovative farming has become over the years. And what it's doing, it's providing ways for persons who don't have a large lot of land or who have limitations as it pertains to space, that you can grow and sustain yourself as it pertains to certain fruits and vegetables especially. So I highly recommend that. Not only will you save, but you'll also be eating organic food, which in these days when health is wealth, we have to make and consider that as a huge differentiator. Now this next one is, you all or most of you have a vehicle and you buy petrol. Many of you buy petrol when it's convenient, not when it's at the best value for money. So as an example, I only buy petrol from Ruby's gas station, and I only buy from a specific gas station. Why? Because they have the best value for money. And somehow in my brain, I think that buying from the same gas station, consistency in my vehicle makes a difference. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's my thought process. But the bottom line is, you're going to buy out of convenience. It means that you may end up spending $20 more per, liter, gallon, what is it? Guys, we're here. Anyway, $20 more per, what gas sell by, honey?
Liter.
Liter or gallon?
No.
Guys, you know what I mean. Whatever it sell at your place. $20 more for gas per liter, and you may need several to fill up your tank, and it's gonna cost you extra money in the end. I have to go around to the parking lot? All right, thank you, dear. Yeah, that's where they keep the function.
Chilling.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to come back and finish this one up. I'll show you some food, and then afterwards I'll keep talking later.
Cheapness about it. 1,000 for the cabana.
We can definitely do that.
The cabana is 10 tickets. It's a whole for people in the space.
Like for your payment, because to be a father. Nobody is never wait. Chance and the see a lady and just approach her and just pray for. Because to be a father, you have to pray. You see a one can be where you like it, like to stand up in the park and you have prayer and you just stand there. You look saying at these men. And how we man look man. I know some. I see you smile and she smile and you know. Yes, that's what you mean. I just contribute some. You contribute to society and so we contribute back to you. Alright, Mark, any of the children are here with you today? Not your main teacher. Are you dressing? In dressing, say, well, come on, coordinating yourself. How many children you get, sir? 4 of them. 4 of them? How many all of them they know? Alright, this is the tour in America. I'm going to give me back up on the just give them and say, you can wire something to him now and then. You know what I mean? Alright, US go, you know, US. No matter when they wire it in Jamaica. Sometimes they wire it in Jamaica, they scratch the skin. They don't know why. I know you take care, you know.
Try my best.
Man. Never meet me.
Ask you, you don't know what Jamaica over there. Ask you, brother, we don't have to meet him.
Never have to meet him too much. You know, they come like the members of the choir.
Ask the one here.
You don't understand that, you know? Regine, let me ask you. They used to meet you. So how are you, sir? And you are the troublemaker in your family? Are you always getting in trouble?
So I'm a politician.
Enjoy yourself. Remember, we also have a special going on right now. You see, we have the 200 ml. We can have the small bottle of Appleton Escape. But if you have an pocket bottle, them see there, we have the 9,000, we have the 7,000, the big boy, 750 ml.
So the reason why I have conscience for that.
At that, at them father, I'm like, there are no conscience for that. None of it.
Sunshine in the morning, cool breeze in the night. Island keeps on blowing, feels so right. Waves crash on the shore.